Coquito today. So we have the cup measurer, Bacardi, condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk, evaporated condensed milk. We have some coconut milk, cream of coconut, cinnamon sticks, ground cinnamon, vanilla extract, nutmeg, and cloves, which I've already put away. So in this pot that's boiling are 3 long cinnamon sticks, some cloves. Now I'll put all the concoctions together and I'll show you step by step of what I do, and I have some bottles to place everything in once I'm done. Okay, let's see how it goes. Alright, so we've had the cinnamon sticks and cloves boiling for over 5 minutes or so. So it smells great. So what we're going to do is let this sit. So the water has turned cinnamon brown. Let this sit for the next 10 minutes. And I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And once that has cooled down, that's when we'll start to put everything together. So I'm going to also open up my cans of the cream, coconut milk, evaporated milk, and the sweetened condensed milk. We have the Bacardi, we have our cup, measuring cup, and we have our bottles, which I'll need to wash and rinse out so that we can store our coquito. I'll be using a large pot to place all of the mixtures in, and I also have a hand blender that I haven't used yet, so that's what I plan to use to mix it all up. All right, be back. Okay, so what I've added here is a ladle that I'll be using to scoop out the coquito to place into the bottles with a funnel. The bottles have been washed. Let me get that. Just have some things over here. I didn't really set up to really tape this, but I said, you know what? Why not just go ahead and tape it? So those are the bottles that I've washed out. And like I said, I have all of this is open. This is my timer to let me know that the cinnamon mixture with the cloves and 2 cups of water have been soaking, and also just trying to make sure that we get that real good cinnamon flavor and clove flavor in there. So what I'm going to do with that is take out the cinnamon sticks and the cloves, make sure we get all of that out, because we do not want to mix that into the actual coquito. This is going to be garnish. You can use these or you can use a new stick. Well, let me go ahead and put those out on the side. And I'll take the cloves out too. So we don't want to keep that in there. It doesn't need to be ground in there. Let's see if we can grab all of those. These are the cloves. And I put 5 cloves in there. And it should have had a better way to record this, because my hands are full as I'm trying to reach and get all of these cloves out. Oops, keeps going through the little slots in the spoon. Okay, come on. There you go. And I think I have one more. So those are the remnants left over, I believe. Oh, one more, sorry. 5, okay. From the cinnamon and from the cloves. And now we're ready to place that mixture into It looks like one more clove. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. One broke. Okay. Take this tea, which they call it cinnamon mixed tea, and which should have reduced down to 1 cup, and put it inside the cup measurement. So it didn't fully mix down to 1 cup, but it's about 1.25 cups. See if we can read that. Maybe that's the ounces side. Let's see at the other side. No, we can't. I can't read what that is. Oh, that's the ounce side. So the other side was the cup side. We're going to add in a little bit more cinnamon flavor anyway. Yeah, 1.25 cups, which is okay. And now we're ready to go ahead and start mixing in all of our ingredients. So we're going to take the evaporated milk, mix that in. Okay. We're going to take the coconut milk and mix it in. If you don't know how or never used a cream of coconut, it has a film on top. So we're going to break that film, and this should help us to be able to go ahead and get the rest of that cream of coconut out. So let's see if we can pour that in. Okay, good. Let's see if we get it all out. All right, whatever's left in there, we'll definitely use the spoon and scoop it out. And our final portion of the milk is going to be the sweetened condensed milk. We're going to pour that in, and we're also going to go ahead and use a spoon to ladle the rest of that out. Make sure we get it in there so we have a wonderful mixture. And finally, we're going to go ahead and dump that sweet flavor, the cinnamon tea. But you know what? I think I'm going to use the cinnamon tea to try to get the rest of that condensed milk out, and also this cream of coconut. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and emptied out all of my different cans of milk and creams and all into the one big pot. And now I've opened up the ground cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the vanilla. And we're going to add 1 teaspoon of each of these. I should have set up my tripod so then this way you'll be able to see it as I go. But unfortunately I didn't, so I'll have to put you on pause, and I'll go ahead and put the proportions in the 1 cup. Excuse me, I meant to say 1 tablespoon. Okay, so all of the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the vanilla has now been placed inside of the pot so that it can all get mixed in. I'm just going to give it a stir, but I'm going to use the actual hand blender to blend it all through to make sure to incorporate all of that flavor together in this Coquito drink mixture. Perfect. So now all of that is blended all together. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a taste of this to make sure I have all of my flavors correct before I incorporate any of the liquor. And at this moment, if you want children to have this, this is the best time to separate out what's going to be alcoholic and what's non-alcoholic, and go ahead and place the non-alcoholic version in a bottle and label it as non-alcoholic. And when you do have the alcohol incorporated, place it in a bottle and label it as alcoholic. So let me just go ahead and get a little taste. Oh, that is perfect. Oh, I love it. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and open up my Bacardi. That's right here. Oh, and it should have opened it. Let's see if we can get it open right now. Finally, I was able to do something without placing you guys on hold. And the amount of Bacardi that I'm going to use is going to be 1.5 cups for now. I don't want it to be too alcoholic, but if depending on how you want to make it, I would recommend not to put no more than 2 cups. 1.5. All right, there we go. And take a look at that, make sure. One cup actually. So I could put half more ounce in there. All right, now to pour the liquor in. Okay, I need a better measuring cup. And I'm gonna just go ahead and blend that all together. I used this hand blender, not realizing that it was going to splash all over everything. So now I'll have to make sure I clean up everything after I finish this, which I'm going to clean up anyway, but just got a little bit more in there. Alright, so that incorporated well. Okay, so now to get a little cup and taste how final portion of Coquito has turned out. Oh, a little shot glass. Okay, let me just rinse this out, and I'll take a little swig of it. Okay, all rinsed out. I'm going to take a little swig. Bottoms up. It is perfect. Thank you. The recipe I got off of YouTube, and I wanted to recreate it. So from the proportions that I use, this is how much Coquito I got. So this here is, I don't know how many ounces this jug is. A 750 milliliter jug, well, glass jar that I used. And then these 2 bottles that I got from the dollar store. So I'm guessing that these are probably 32 ounce. So actually, let me see if I can measure. So this container goes up to 32 ounces, yeah. So that's 64 ounce plus another 64 ounce. So 2 gallons, it looks like I can make with that Coquito. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna enjoy my Coquito right now. Okay, bye-bye.